Welcome back to English with Rambo, dear friends. Today's topic is very powerful. Think like rich people. If you want to change your life, if you want to grow, if you want to live with freedom, power, and peace, then you must first learn how rich people think. Because before they became rich in money, they became rich in mindset. So let's start with Lesson 1 and begin your journey to a powerful, rich mindset. Lesson 1, rich people think in opportunities, not obstacles. Poor mindset, I can't do it. It's too hard. I don't have money. What if I fail? Rich mindset, what can I learn from this? How can I turn this into a chance? Who can help me grow? Let's try and figure it out on the way. The difference is mindset. Poor people look at a problem and stop. Rich people look at the same problem and start thinking. They don't run away. They look for solutions. They ask better questions. They believe every problem has a hidden opportunity. That is the real secret. Example, Ben's story. Ben grew up in a small town in the USA. His family had no car. He had to walk 3 miles to school every day. Most kids made fun of him. He had no fancy shoes, no phone, no extra money. But Ben did not cry or complain. Instead, he watched carefully. He noticed that many old people in his town needed help. Someone to bring groceries, someone to clean their lawn, someone to fix small things. Ben saw a problem and turned it into an opportunity. At just 14 years old, he started helping neighbors for a small fee. He saved every dollar. He learned about online businesses at night using free Wi-Fi at the library. By 18, Ben had his first online business, teaching others how to do small tasks for money. By 22, he was making thousands of dollars every month. Today, Ben is a millionaire, not because he had money, but because he had rich thinking. Stop saying, I can't. Your brain believes what you tell it. If you keep saying, this is impossible, I'm unlucky, I'll never be rich, then your brain will stop trying. But if you start saying, what's one small thing I can do today? How can I use my time better? Can I learn one new skill this month? Then your brain becomes your friend. It starts working with you, not against you. Action step for you. Take one problem in your life today, any problem. Now ask this question. If I had to find one opportunity inside this problem, what could it be? Maybe your low income can teach you how to budget better. Maybe your failure can help you become wiser. Maybe your free time can help you start something small online. This is how rich people think. They don't cry over problems. They create power from pain. They build doors where there are no doors. Rich thinking is not about luck. It's about training your mind to see gold where others see garbage. It's about saying, I'm not stuck. I'm just getting started. Remember this. You don't need money to think like a rich person. But if you start thinking like one, the money will come. Lesson 2. Rich people value time more than money. Poor people often say, I'll do it tomorrow. Let's see next week. I'm just waiting for the right time. But rich people know something very powerful. Time is more valuable than money because money lost can be earned again. But time lost is gone forever. Time is life. Think about it. You can work hard and make $100 again. You can start a new job, build a new business. But can you get yesterday back? No. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get again. This is why rich people protect their time like gold. They don't waste it on useless things. They don't scroll for hours on social media. They don't spend hours complaining. They invest their time in learning, planning, building, resting wisely, and growing. Example, Lucas from Chicago. Lucas was an ordinary boy from Chicago. He used to spend 5 hours a day playing mobile games. He loved fun, and every evening he would say, "I'll do my work tomorrow." One day, he met a businessman who told him this. If you spend your free time like a poor man, your future will always stay poor. That one line changed his life. Lucas deleted the games. He replaced 5 hours of gaming with 3 hours of online courses and 2 hours of learning from YouTube. He studied finance, digital marketing, and communication. In just 6 months, he was making money online. In 2 years, he started his own business, teaching teenagers how to turn hobbies into income, all because he valued time more than entertainment. Poor mindset. I have time. This is the most dangerous belief. Many people keep saying, "I'm still young. I'll start next year. Let me enjoy for now." But time flies faster than we think. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 year. And by the time they realize, it's too late. Rich people don't wait. They take action now. Even if it's small, they know that a few minutes every day can build an empire tomorrow. Action step for you. Take a piece of paper right now. Write down 1. How many hours do I waste every day? 2. What can I remove today that doesn't help my future? 3. What new skill or idea can I learn in that free time? Now replace waste with wisdom. Watch how your life starts to grow. Even 30 minutes of learning every day can make a big change in 6 months. Time is your best friend or your biggest enemy. Time is not just passing. It is shaping your future. What you do in your free time decides who you will become. Rich people don't waste time. They build the future with it. Use your time like a builder uses bricks. Every hour is a brick. What are you building? Lesson 3. Rich people think long-term, not just today. Poor people often ask, "What will I get today? How can I enjoy now?" But rich people ask, "What will this give me in 5 years? Will this help my future?" This is the difference between short-term pleasure and long-term success. Long-term thinking builds real wealth. Imagine planting a seed. You water it today, but it won't give fruit tomorrow. You take care of it every day. After weeks or months, it becomes a tree. That's how rich people think. They are not looking for instant rewards. They are building something that grows slowly but gives results forever. They invest in skills, not just fun. Start businesses that take time to grow. Save money instead of spending everything now. Build habits that will help them for life. Example, Mason from Texas. Mason was a pizza delivery boy. Every time he got paid, his friends would go out, party, buy shoes, eat expensive food. Mason didn't. He was quiet but focused. He took 10% of his salary and bought books. Another 20% he saved for a course. He lived simply. He learned marketing online. For 2 years, people laughed at him. Even his own family said, "You're too serious. Enjoy life." But Mason didn't stop. In 3 years, Mason launched his first online product. It didn't go viral, but he made $800 in the first month. Today, Mason runs 4 online stores. He earns more in a month than he did in a full year before because he planted seeds and waited. Poor mindset. Live for today only. Many people say you only live once, so they waste their time, energy, and money chasing fast happiness. They forget, if you don't plan your future, someone else will decide it for you. Rich people live by a better rule. Build today, enjoy forever. They still have fun, but with balance. They understand this truth. Fast fun gives slow pain. Slow growth gives long success. Action step for you. Ask yourself, what am I doing today that will help my future? Do I spend more money on entertainment or education? What will my life look like in 5 years if I repeat today's actions? Start thinking like an investor. Every decision is like planting a seed. If you want big trees, you must wait, work, and water daily. Rich people win not because they are smarter, but because they are patient. They choose growth over quick fun. They play the long game. If you want a rich future, think beyond today. Your future self is watching. Build a life you'll be proud of. Lesson 4. Rich people learn every day. They never stop growing. Some people believe that once school is over, learning is finished. But rich people know a secret. If you stop learning, you stop growing. If you want to earn more, you must learn more. Rich people never stop learning. Not just from books, but from life, people, mistakes, mentors, videos, and even failures. Poor mindset. I already know enough. This is dangerous. Some people say, I'm not a student anymore. I already know how life works. Learning is boring. And they stay stuck in the same place for years. Same job, same salary, same problems, but the world keeps changing. If you don't grow, you fall behind. Rich mindset. There's always more to learn. Rich people understand that growth is never ending. Even billionaires read, attend seminars, ask questions, and explore new ideas. They learn new business strategies, how the market works, how people think, how to manage time, energy, and money, new trends, tools, and technologies. Because the more you learn, the more confident you become. And the more confident you are, the more action you take. Example, Jacob from Ohio. Jacob was a factory worker. He used to feel tired and lost every day. But one day, someone gave him a free ebook on how to start freelancing online. He read it out of curiosity. He learned about writing skills, how to create a profile, and how to work with clients. He didn't wait. Every night after work, he studied free YouTube tutorials. He practiced writing. He failed at first. Then slowly he got one job, then another. Now Jacob runs his own online writing business, all because he decided to learn after school. He never went to college, but he used the best university in the world, the internet. Why learning matters for you. Think about your smartphone. It gets updated every few months to work better. Your brain also needs updates. If you stop updating it, it becomes slow, confused, and tired. Learning daily is like updating your software. You start thinking faster, solving better, and creating more. Action step for you. Ask yourself, what can I learn today that will help my future? Can I read 10 pages of a good book today? Can I watch a 10-minute YouTube video on business, money, or mindset? Can I listen to one podcast while traveling or walking? Start with just 15 minutes a day. You don't need a full hour. You need consistency. Even 15 minutes of learning every day equals 7.5 hours of knowledge every month. That's powerful. The world belongs to learners. Rich people never say, "I know it all." They say, "What else can I discover?" So keep learning, even if you feel tired, even if it's slow. Each new idea you learn is a new door opening in your future. Become a student of success and you'll become unstoppable. Lesson 5, rich people choose responsibility, not excuses. There are two types of people in this world. 1, people who blame. They always find excuses. 2, people who rise. They take full responsibility. Rich people fall in the second group. They don't say, "It's not my fault. The world is unfair. I'm unlucky." Instead, they say, "I am responsible for my life. I will figure it out. I will learn, adapt, and keep going." This mindset creates power. Why excuses keep you poor? Excuses feel comfortable. They protect the ego. But they also keep you small. When you say, "I can't grow because of my past. I failed because of others. I have no time," you are giving away your power. You are saying that someone else controls your life. But rich people do the opposite. They take the steering wheel and drive their own future, no matter how hard the road is. Example, Lucas from Georgia. Lucas grew up in a broken home. His dad left when he was young. His mom worked 2 jobs. At 16, he had to drop out of school and work to support his family. Many people in his situation became bitter, angry, blaming life. But Lucas didn't complain. He said, "This is my life. I can't change the past, but I can build my future." He worked in a grocery store during the day and studied online at night. He used a borrowed laptop. He didn't have much, but he had one powerful thing: responsibility. In 4 years, Lucas became a full-time software developer. He now supports his family, owns a car, and teaches other teens how to code. Not because life was easy, but because he chose no excuses. The trap of blame. Blame is a trap that feels safe. You blame government, family, boss, school, society, friends, and you stay stuck. But when you take responsibility, something amazing happens. You get control. Responsibility gives freedom. Excuses create a prison. Action step for you. Ask yourself, what excuse do I use most often? What am I blaming in my life today? What's one thing I can do right now to take control? Start small. For example, if you blame, "I have no time," wake up 30 minutes earlier. If you blame, "No one supports me," be your own supporter. If you blame, "I don't know how," go search and learn. You don't need a perfect start. You need a powerful mindset. The truth is, your success is your job, not the world's, not your parents', not your boss's, yours. Rich people are not excuse makers. They are action takers. They use pain as fuel. They use problems as teachers. They use failure as stepping stones. So today, stop blaming. Start building. Take full control of your story. You are the author of your life. Lesson 6. Rich people learn from every loss. Poor thinking says, "If I fail, it's over." Rich thinking says, "If I fail, I learn. If I learn, I grow. If I grow, I win." This mindset is what makes rich people different. They don't fear failure. They use it. They treat every mistake as a lesson, not as a punishment. Simple truth, most people give up after failure. They feel ashamed, broken, or unlucky. But rich-minded people say, "This is not the end. This is information." They ask, "What went wrong? What can I fix? How can I try again smarter?" They don't cry. They analyze, adapt, and attack again. Example, Lucas and the failing bakery. Lucas, a 28-year-old man in Texas, opened a bakery with all his savings. He had dreams of success, but within 6 months, it failed. He lost money. His friends told him to get a job, but instead of quitting, Lucas sat down with a notebook and wrote, "Why did I fail? What didn't work? What do customers really want?" He realized he was baking what he liked, not what the customers wanted. He changed the menu, simplified his business, started small again. Within a year, his second bakery became a local favorite. Today, he owns 3 bakeries and teaches young people how to build food businesses. Lucas says, "My first failure was my best teacher." Key lesson for you. Rich people don't fear losing. They fear not learning. They turn pain into power. They turn mistakes into money. If you want to think like rich people, don't ask "Why me?" Ask "What's next?" That question will change your life. Lesson 7. Rich people build multiple streams of income. Poor thinking says, "I have one job. That's enough." Rich thinking says, "I need many ways to earn, so I never depend on just one." This is one of the most powerful habits of rich people. They don't rely on a single income. They create multiple streams, so money flows from different directions. If one stream slows down, others keep going. Why this is important? Most people have only one source of income, usually a job. If they lose that job, they lose everything. But rich-minded people protect themselves by creating more options. They earn from jobs or businesses, investments, stocks, real estate, etc. Side hustles or digital work, royalties, online courses or products, passive income like rental properties or dividends. They don't work more, they work smarter. Example, Jacob, the delivery guy. Jacob was a 26-year-old delivery driver in New Jersey. He earned $40 a day, just enough to survive. One day, his bike broke down and he couldn't work for a week. No delivery equals no money. He realized how risky it is to depend on one source. So, in the evenings, he started learning basic coding online. Then, he started doing small freelance jobs for websites. He also opened a small food stall with his cousin on weekends. Within 2 years, Jacob had a stable freelance income, his delivery job, profits from the food stall. Now, if one thing goes wrong, the other two keep him going. He says, "My biggest fear was losing income. Now I have 3 incomes and peace of mind." What you can learn to think like rich people. Don't depend on one job. Start small side projects. Learn skills that bring extra income. Build something that earns for you even when you're sleeping. Remember, one income makes you survive. Multiple incomes make you free. Even if you earn $5 from a second source, it's a start. Over time, it grows. This is how the rich build freedom, not just money. Before you go, if this video gave you new thoughts, a new perspective, or even just a little bit of motivation, don't forget to like. It helps us keep creating videos that inspire. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. And most importantly, subscribe to English with Rambo so you never miss powerful, life-changing content again. Remember, your growth starts with one decision. Hit that button. Let's grow together. Let's change the world one mindset at a time. See you in the next video, warrior.